Hi, I'm Sabrina Rose. When you think of someone selling their home, what comes to mind as the factor that is going to be most important to the sellers? Well, if you're like most people, the Cuba Gooding Jr. line from Jerry Maguire, it pops right into your mind, right? Right. Show me the money. I can hardly do it without cracking all the way up. And even for the least price sensitive sellers, move pricing is a top factor. But one thing that I have noticed over and over again in my career is that there are other things that will sometimes take precedence over the final price when the final net prices are close. Here are my top 3 things to consider outside of price when selling or trying to buy your next home. First, number 1. No doubt, number 1 has to be flexibility. Got to be flexible. The flexibility of closing date and or the possibility of post-close possession by the seller. Sometimes lining up the home that you're going to is not easy, even in not so crazy hot markets. And so the ability to not have to close both homes and move one from one to the next the same date is super appealing to sellers. Number 2, shortened or removed contingencies. For instance, in some of the traditionally hot markets, it would be commonplace to do what is called a pre-inspection, so as to be able to make an offer with no inspection contingency. It is important to protect yourself as much as possible, but when it is possible, shortening the contingencies is an amazing way to make sellers feel like you are the most likely one to close on the deal. That's the ultimate goal always. Number 3, ask, ask, ask. Ask the seller's agent what is important to them outside of the final price. Oftentimes, you can meet a need like, for instance, storing the deep freezer for a month. That is a great one, and it comes up often, and that makes you much more appealing and in the running above all the others. It's a hot market right now. Keep these things in mind if you are selling or buying, and maybe one of these will be the straw that tilts the scale in your direction. I wish you all the best of luck. But if you want someone who's experienced in negotiating and getting the deal and closing on time, call me. If you have any questions, please reach out. Close with Rose. Have a fabulous day on purpose.